Economics session number 2 today. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the index numbers. In the morning session we started the discussion, okay, how the index numbers are able to represent the entire value or and differences between two time periods there. Okay, so changes in the price and the structure. Okay, here it is. Come to page number 109 there. Two systems we already explained in the morning, that is a aggregative method. So the equation is P01 is equal to sigma P1 divided by sigma P0 into 100. So hope this idea is clear for you, right? Okay, yes or no, Ashish Benny, the thing is clear for you? So we from this calculation we are able to find there's a change, a hike of 38.5% price of the commodities increased. So this system is unable to present the change of a single commodity. Okay, so we used another method, weighted aggregative price index. Weighted aggregative price index. For that, the equation is P01 is equal to sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into or multiplied by 100. Okay, another equation that also we completed here. Okay, so in this method we got the answer, it is 135.3. so related with the different goods and the quantity of the goods in different time periods. Okay, so the price increases, the quantity of the goods in the basket will decrease, or the size of the basket will decrease. We know that, so we calculated it. Okay, so the equation for that one, it is P01 is equal to sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into 100. It's the equation. So this method uses the base period quantities as weights. A weighted aggregative price index using base period quantities as weights is also known as last pays price index. Underline that. Okay, next here we are here. Since the current period quantities differ from the base period quantities, so the current period quantity is different than the base period quantity. So if you are observing this table, we are able to find one thing: price of the commodity is increasing, the quantity purchased is decreasing or decreased here. Clear? Understanding or not? So price of the commodity increased, the quantity purchased, it is decreased. Okay, so inverse relationship we are able to find here. Okay, so we applying these numbers in the equation, P01 is equal to sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 multiplied by 100. So we got the answer is 132.1. So for that basket of goods, okay, the weight of that goods in that particular basket, that increased to 13.2%. 13.2%, right? Okay, so it uses the current period quantities as weights. A weighted aggregate price index using current period quantities as weight is known as Pasteur's price index. Pasteur's price index, underline that. It helps in answering the question that if the current period basket of commodities was consumed in the base period, and if we were spending rupees 100 on it, how much should be the expenditure in current period on the same basket of commodities? Pasteur's price index of 132.1 is interpreted as a price rise of 32.1%. Okay, so sorry, I made a mistake here. 32.1 because it is 132 minus 100, right? So 32.1%. Okay, so Pasteur's price index says that it is 32.1%. Using the current period which the price is said to have risen by 32.1% for that basket of goods. Okay, so we want to spend more money to purchase the quantity that existed in the base period, right? Yes or no? That's what the observation here, right? The commodities decreased, the quantity of the commodity decreased, but price that we spend to purchase that product, it is increased. Clear or not? If you want to purchase same quantity, we have to pay more. Clear? That's it. Or we are using the same money in the base year, we can purchase only less quantity products there. Okay, that is the relationship here. So Pasteur's price index here. Next one, method of averaging relative, method of averaging relatives is also important for the examination. Method of averaging relatives. When there is only one commodity, the price index is the ratio of the price of the commodity in the current period to that of the base period. Okay, underline that. When there is only one commodity, the price index is the ratio of the price of the commodity in the current period to that of the base period. So, change, okay, the ratio of change, usually expressed in percentage terms. The method of averaging relatives takes the average of the relatives when there are many commodities. Okay, if there are many commodities are there, we are using this method. What is that? Average relatives take the average of these relatives when there are many commodities. Okay, the price index number using price relatives is defined as. So, price relative method for averaging relatives is measured as P01 is equal to 1 divided by n sigma P1 divided by P0 that multiply with 100. Okay, underline that equation. P01 is equal to 1 divided by n sigma P1, 1 divided by n into sigma P1 divided by P0 into 100. Clear? Okay, so where P and P0 indicate the price of the ith commodity. So we know that is an unknown value there. Okay, ith commodity means unknown value, we don't know that properly. In the current period and the base period respectively, the ratio P1 divided by P0 into 100 is also referred as the price relative of the commodity and stands for the number of commodities in the current example. Okay, so we can go for an example here. So the same numbers are provided. Okay, so 4653. Okay, you can see here the previous page 4653. Okay, and here also 4653. Next one, that is the P1 and Q1 is 2542. 2542. Okay, base here. So P divided by 4 multiplied by 4 divided by 2, 6 divided by 5 plus 5 divided by 4 plus 3 divided by 2. Okay, multiplied by 100. So we go to 149 minus 100, 49. Okay, thus the price of the commodities have risen by 49%. 49%. Is that idea clear or not? Hello? Are you able to understand? Yes. Okay, fine. Index numbers is already studied in applied mathematics, right? Studied or not? Yes. So it is easy to understand that the people, those who not learned in applied mathematics, no problem. If any doubts are there, means you can ask me, no doubt. Okay. If no doubt means we'll go forward. Doubts are there means you can ask again. Ashish, is that idea clear? Ashish Benny, tell me. Are you hungry? You're calling sir. Yes, tell me, if the things are okay. No, sir. Yes, sir, or no, sir? Tell me.
I am not hungry.
You're not hungry, right? The idea is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Anila, Amalraj, Hanna, Annette, Pavitra, Elvina, Tomlin, Anjo, please turn on your cameras. Okay, so the idea is clear. Thus, the percentage of the commodities, the prices of the commodities have risen by 49% from the base year. So, this method, underline it. Next one, the weighted index of price relative is the weighted arithmetic mean of the price relatives. Okay, here, the weighted index of price relatives is the weighted arithmetic mean of price relative. That can be defined with this equation. Okay. So P01 is equal to sigma Ni is equal to 1 here, Wi into P1i divided by Poi into 100 all divided by sigma I is equal to 1 and Wi there. Okay, so n is the superscript here. Okay, you can find that. N is the superscript, so write that properly. Where here in this equation, W is equal to weight. W is equal to weight. So we are going to explain here. In the weighted price relative index, because we are considering the quantity here, right? So weighted price relative index, weights may be determined by the proportion of the percentage of expenditure on them. Underline that. In the weight price relative index, weights may be determined by the proportion of percentage of expenditure on them, on different commodities. Okay, in total expenditure during the base period. So here also, first we are giving the preference to the base period. Okay, So in a weighted price relative index, weights may be determined by the proportion of the percentage of expenditure on them in total expenditure during the base period. It can also refer to current period depending on the formula used. So we can use that formula also. These are essentially the value shares of different commodities in the total expenditure. In general, the base period weight is preferred to the current period weight. It is because of calculating the weight every year is inconvenient. Okay, so we will discuss that with the example here. Just read it and underline the things what I told you to underline. Okay, it also refers to the changing values of different baskets. Okay, here also the concept is the weight of the commodity, the change of price in different years. It is inconvenient to calculate that in every year. We discussed here. Okay, inconvenient, not convenient to calculate every year. So we are using this method. Example 3 shows the type of information one need for calculating weighted price index. Okay, so these many details are necessary to calculate the weighted price index related with the quantity. Okay, first of all, you want to know the percentage of the weight. So want to know the commodity, names of the commodities, weight in percentage. So what is the weight in percentage? Here it is. Okay, percentage of expenditure on them, percentage of the expenditure on them. So expenditure related with the income, 40% is spent to purchase the commodity A, 30% is the commodity B, and 20 for commodity C, and 10 for commodity D here. So 40 plus 30 plus 20 plus 10, it is 100. Clear? So 100%. So base year price of the commodity, base year price of the commodity, and current year price of that commodity here, right? So 2, 4, 5 and 6, 4 and 5, 2 and 3. Price relative of these particular commodities is 200. So 200 means what kind of change it is? The price of the commodity is increased or not? Tell me. Is that increased or not? So we already studied that, right? Okay, observe here. In the first table we discussed that. Okay. Okay, 2542 here, see. Okay. So percentage changes here. Okay. So just we want to understand the percentage change here. So 200 minus 100, 120 minus 100, 125 minus 100, 150 minus 100. Okay, clear or not? See, in this table you can see that percentage change there, 100, 20, 25 and 50. The same thing we want to write here, right? Okay. Next one, applying these numbers in the equation there. Okay, here you don't want to minus that because we are multiplying that with 100 again. The weighted price index is P01 is equal to sigma superscript and I by 1, sorry, I is equal to 1, Wi multiplied by P1 I divided by P0I into 100 all divided by sigma and I is equal to 1 here and Wi. So this equation is a complicated one, but go for the calculation. It is so simple to understand here. All right. Okay, what is that? 40 into 200. So weight in percentage and its relative price, multiply that. So first we wrote 40 into 200 plus next commodity. What is that next commodity? Next commodity it is 30. Weight of that commodity is 30 and the price relative is 120. So 30 into 120 plus 20 into 125. 20 into 125 plus 10 into 150. 10 into 150. So here you can see here the same 40 into 200 plus 30 into 120 plus 20 into 125 plus 10 into 150 divided by 100. So we got a number 156 here. Clear? After calculation. Okay. We got a 156. So the weighted price index is 156. The price index has risen by 56%. So 156 minus 100. So answer is 56 here. Okay. Clear? Clear or not? Tell me. How many of you are able to say the thing is clear for you? So the equation is somewhat complicated one, right or not? But the calculation is not that complicated. So datas are there. Okay, datas are provided in the table. All datas are available here. Okay, just the thing we want to do is, okay, the method. What is that? The weight into the price relative, and want to add all these weight into price relative. First commodity, second commodity, third commodity, and of the fourth commodity, and all divided by 100. So you will get that answer. Answer. Okay. So that's what. Now how many items are there? That many. Clear or not? We want to multiply that and add all those values together. So it is sigma n. Okay. I is equal to 1 year and wi. Then we can see that P1i divided by P01 into 100. Okay. P0i into 100. Clear? Okay, so the equation is a complicated one, but the calculation is so simple to understand the things there. Okay, the values of the unweighted price index and the weighted price index differ as they should. The higher rise in the weighted index is due to the doubling of the most important item in the example 3. Okay, understanding or not? So some items price is increased. Clear? So we can see by observing these numbers, price relatives. Okay, the commodity A's price relative is the highest one. Clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Please check, observe that in the table. Observe that in the table. So you are able to find that the most or the highest change we are able to observe in the commodity A. Its price relative is changed to 200. That's what the answer here. Okay. 200 is the price relative here. So we can easily say that that is the commodity. Okay. With the highest change in the price there. The higher rise in the weighted index is due to the doubling of the most important item A. Okay. So the entire value, the price index is changed because the most important item in this bundle, it is the item A. That is weight is 40% and the price relative is 200. Because of that item, the price index of that particular basket increased. Is that clear? Okay, so moving forward. Okay, now we are going for the next method for understanding the price index theory. Okay, here it is. Okay, consumer price index. Consumer price index. That is what our next topic. Consumer price index. Clear? So we know that P1 is the price in the base year. Sorry, current year, and P0 is the price of the commodity in the base year. Base year, right? That concept you should keep in your mind. P1, what is that P1? The price in the which year? P1, current year, right? Okay, and P0, the price of the commodity in the base year. All of you please turn on your cameras. Okay, so just observe that clearly. So this idea should be there. Okay, what is P1 and what is P0? Now we are discussing about consumer price index. Consumer's price index. Consumer price index, otherwise not denoted with a CPI. Consumer price index. Okay. So measures the average change in retail price of the commodity. Retail price of the commodity. So you might have heard about DA, dearness allowance to the employees, right? Heard or not? Do you know that? What is the dearness allowance? Okay, when the price of the commodity is increasing in the market, I mean the retail market, okay, a small change we are able to observe in the salaries of the government employees or the employees, those who are working in organized sector. Okay, the employer will increase the salary related with the increase in the price of the commodities. Clear or not? Clear? Don't think that regularly the employer will increase that. Particular periods are there for different governments. They will increase that salary in that particular period there by comparing the price of the commodities in the market. Such kind of increase is basically termed as dearness allowance. What is that? Dearness. So, for calculating this dearness allowance, it is important to understand the changes in the price of goods in the market, basically the retail market. Clear? So, we basically, the consumers, they are purchasing the product not directly from the producer, right? Or not directly from the super stockist or the wholesaler. Where from we are purchasing the products there? From the retail market, right or not? Clear or not? So first of all, we want to understand that fluctuation of the prices or the prices changing in the retail market. Change of prices in the retail market. Okay. So observe it clearly. Measures the average change in retail price. Consider the statement that the CPI, Consumer Price Index of industrial worker, that is in 2001, consider it is 100. Okay. Is 277 in December 2014. What does the statement mean? Okay, in 2001 it is 100 and in 2014 that increased it to 277. What does the statement mean? It means that if the industrial worker was spending rupees 100 in 2001 for a typical basket of commodities. So here you understand, okay, in 2001 that industrial worker spending only 100 rupees to purchase that particular things. I mean the goods in that basket. Okay. So for example, we can say we are keeping some product in that basket. What are the products? Maybe food grains. Clear? Okay. Or some kind of consumer durables, whatever it is. But because so we know that always we are giving preferences to food items. Clear or not? Food items. Basically, we are comparing the fluctuations of the price index related with the food items only. Clear or not? So just imagine the things that in the basket, it is food items. Okay. So in 2001, he spent only 100 rupees to purchase the things what he need. Okay. That is enough. That 100 rupees is enough to purchase the products what he need and what is necessary for him. Right. But coming to 2014, what happened here? What happened? Just observe that. Coming to 2014, what happened? Instead of that 100 rupees, now he wants to spend 277. Okay. He needs rupees 277 in December 2014 to be able to buy an identical basket for commodities. Okay. Okay, for example, think about it is 10 kilogram of rice. Okay. And 1 kilogram of dal, okay, and other pulses altogether 1.5 kilogram, okay, sugar 1 kilogram, salt 1 kilogram, tea powder or coffee powder, okay, maybe 100 grams, okay, 100 grams, edible oil 1 liter, this kind of products. Remember one day I told you people to discuss with your parents and make a list of these items and its price. Remembering that? Okay. So now utility is there, use is there. You want to understand the change of prices and the variation of money that what we are spending and how it will result the entire family budget. Okay, that's what I told that. Some people already send that. Okay, I'm appreciating them anyway. So just imagine in 2001 that individual spend 100 rupees to purchase all these products together. Okay, just an assumption. Okay, just understand. He spent that 100 rupees to purchase all these things there. But coming to 2014, what happened? If he want to purchase all these products in this bundle, instead of 100 rupees, he forced to spend 277. 277. All right? Yes or no? Okay. But we want to understand one more thing. Anything is not mentioned related with his salary here. It is increased or decreased, we don't know. Right? Is any mentioning is there? Nothing is mentioned related with his salary. Just they mentioned in 2001 he spent 100 rupees and in 2014 he want to spend 277 to purchase the same bundle or same basket. Okay, same basket. Clear? Okay, in 2014 to be able to buy an identical basket of commodities, it is not necessary that he or she buys the basket when is important. What is important is whether he has the capacity to buy it. Okay, so understanding or not, it is not compulsory to purchase all these products. He has all right to alter the quantity. He can reduce it, right or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? He has the right to reduce the quantity, right? related with his income, his income. So if he reduces the quantity, what will happen there? Standard of living of that person is decrease. It will decrease, right? Standard of living will decrease or not? Okay, in 2001 he is able to eat everything, right? Because that 100 rupees enough to purchase all those products what he needed for 1 week. Sufficient. Okay, but coming to 2014, what happened? The price increased, but the salary is not increased. He will face a number of issues there because he want to reduce the quantity of the product what he's purchased already in 2001 for that 100 rupees. Clear? Clear? So change is here. Okay, change is here. So just just understand this situation here. Okay, so we are explaining that with the help of an example here. Okay. Construction of consumer price index number, that is CPI, is equal to sigma WR, W into R. Okay, weight into price relatives here. Right, that is here already calculated in this table. You can see that. Okay, 9786.85 divided by weight of the things. It is, weight is, that is always 100 there. That is 35 plus 10 plus 20 plus 15 plus 20, 100, right? Okay, so we go to 97.86. The exercise shows that the cost of living has declined by 2.14%. 2.14%. So 97.86 minus 100. Okay. So this example says that the cost of living is decreased by 2.14%, which means cost of living is decreased, which means standard of living increased or decreased? Tell me first. Cost of living decreased. So what will happen to the standard of living? It will increase or decrease? And at Anthony, what will happen? Cost of living decreased. Then standard of living will. Annette, can you hear me? Hello? The connectivity issue with Annette, I think so. Aishwarya, what is your answer?
It will increase.
It will increase, definitely. Okay, now we want to spend a comparatively lesser amount. Okay, comparing with the base year, we want to spend less money. So standard of living will increase. Okay, so just keep that idea in your mind. Clear? Okay, so price index method we are using to understand, or consumer price index method we are using to understand these changes. Okay, so easily the government can calculate the standard of living of the people increased or decreased, decreased. So they will make changes in the salary or wages of the workers, those who working in the public sector under the government, or those who working in the organized sectors. Clear? Okay, that is the use of this price index method. Just calculating the price index will not make any changes in the society, right? Yes or no? Is that able to make any changes in society? The government want to act as per the result of this kind of calculations. We are collecting data and analyzing it, okay, interpreting it, and the government want to take some measures to solve the problem. If any problems are there in the society, it is the responsibility of the government to take measures or steps to solve such a problem. That is the importance of these statistical tools. Not just studying, applications are there. Okay, just understand that. Okay, clear or not? Is this idea clear or not? Okay, so basically the government using this technique to find out the quality of life of the people is increased or decreased, related with the income of the consumers and the price of the commodities in the market, and comparing these things from the base year and the current year, and easily we are able to find out the price index. Clear? Okay, if price index is a less number, a low one, less than 100, we can say so, right? Okay. So here, come back. The exercise shows that the cost of living has declined by 2.14%. What does the index larger than 100 indicate? It means a higher cost of living necessitating an upward adjustment in wage and salaries. Okay, so income of the employees not increased, but money that what he is spending is increased. Okay, so definitely the government want to increase the salaries. The rise is equal to the amount, it exceeds the 100. If the index is 150, 50% upward adjustment is required. Okay, clear or not? So 100 to 150, 50% of the adjustment is necessary. The salaries of the employees have to be raised by 50%. Clear? Okay, so it is important one here, important question. Write a question, discuss about or describe about the consumer price index and how the consumer price index can make changes in the life of the people. Write down. Write down the question there. Describe about the consumer price index and how the calculation of a consumer price index is able to make changes in the wages or salary. Wages or salary. Clear? Tell me, is that idea clear or not? Pavitra? Pavitra?
Yes, sir.
This idea clear?
Yes.
Okay, now I am ending the session.